Alrighty, we're looking at worksheet number 8. Now, you need to know right from the get-go that this is an incredibly important worksheet. So the stuff that you're going to be doing in this worksheet is basically the steps that you'll do for the assignment. So researching fuel consumption rates, getting the distance, calculating the fuel used, like how many litres, and then calculating the cost. And when you get onto the second page of it, like question 3, that's pretty much mimicking what you got in the assignment. Okay, going different places in Brisbane, getting the total distance, etc., and then working out the fuel use from that. So this is unbelievably important. All right, so what we're going to be doing is figuring out how much it's going to cost for a particular journey, and then you need this for the expenses in the assignment. All right, so let's just go through the steps here. Now, the numbers I'm going to write down here aren't the real ones, but it's the procedure that we're looking at. Okay, so research the fuel consumption rate of a 2019 Honda Civic highway driving. Now, let's say you do that and it ends up being 6.7 litres for 100 kilometres. Now, that's not right. I just made that up, but let's just assume that's all good. Okay, you've gone and researched it. That's what you've got. Okay, what is the distance between Melbourne and Sydney? So you just type in Melbourne and Sydney in Google Maps and it'll come up with a number. Let's say it's 950 kilometres, which it's not, but let's just run with that. All right, so now I'm going to use these two numbers to figure out how much fuel we use. I want to know how many litres. I want to know how many litres of fuel will this Honda Civic use. All right, so I've got 6.7 litres happens in 100 kilometres. Okay, I want to know about 950 kilometres though. So you might recall this kind of method from last term, but I'm going to change this here to 950. I'm going to do it in 2 steps. I'm going to get it to 1 kilometre first by dividing by 100. And then I'm going to get it to 950 by multiplying by 950. So essentially, you're going to divide both sides by 100 and then multiply both sides by 950. Now, if you can spot that right from the start, that's cool, but I'm giving you a technique here that will work. You don't have to set it out like this, but this is just a process. Okay, so if I divide by 100, okay, so I've got 1 kilometre there. Okay, and this is going to be 6.7 divided by 100 on that side. That's how many litres this thing would use to go 1 kilometre. Okay, so then now I just multiply by 950 because this thing's going 950 kilometres. So I've got 950k over here. So that's 950 times this stuff, times 6.7 over 100. All right. Now that ends up being, I'm just a bit stuck for room there, but I go 950 times 6.7 divided by 100. That's 63.65 litres. Okay, so that's physically how many litres of fuel this thing would use. If fuel costs around $1.44 per litre, what will be the cost of fuel for the journey? So the cost, it's $1.44 for 1 litre times 63.65 litres. So times that by $1.44. That's $91 and call it 66 cents. Okay, that's how you do it. Now, sometimes they will give you both a city and a highway fuel consumption rate. Sometimes they just give you one, which is kind of an average. Okay, you can only deal with what you've got. Okay, so question 2 is basically the same, only it's a 2020 Nissan Patrol and you're going between Darwin and Tennant Creek. And I'll flip it over on the other side. You've got more akin to the assignments where, you know, this was just like the itinerary. Okay? So, in your assignment though, you've already got this. Okay, you've already got that, and then you just need to go and research the fuel consumption rates and the fuel prices. And away you go.